Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be sharing some more stuff from yard sales. Most of it was this past weekend, although I found a bag of stuff and a treasure that got set aside, and I'm not quite sure when we purchased this, but I'm going to share its contents with you and then go over some of the other things that we picked up. This was a really good weekend in sourcing for us. And what did we not buy a whole lot of? Clothes. Not very much. Some jeans, but not a whole lot. Most of it was just toys. Lots and lots of toys and other stuff. But we'll start with this bag of stuff that I'm not quite sure where it came from. I like picking up the Mega Blocks, people. There's a couple of different sizes of them. I sometimes will mix them, sometimes I don't. I'll probably just keep all of this together. I very seldom find the vehicles to go with these figures. I don't do the blocks. They just are heavy, and they don't sell for a whole lot, and they require lots of larger boxes. But I will always pick these up, and I'm thinking this is going to be probably like $15 or so, 12 to 15. I'm not remembering how much I paid. Obviously, this is Ghostbuster. Gonna have to see if it works. It wasn't doing anything when I pushed buttons and stuff. Hopefully bread and butter. Pretty sure I would have grabbed this for my wall, although y'all, I keep saying stuff's for my wall, and my wall is running out of space. So we'll see about it. This looks Buzz Lightyear or Toy Story. Isn't that his name? Zurg. I've not had this one before. Probably bread and butter. I may have a lot of Toy Story stuff that I can add him to. And then, of course, I found a gun. Probably bread and butter also. But, oh wait, let me share this. This was in there also. This one is Baby Alive. I have Baby Alive lots going. I'll probably just add it to it. It's gonna, hopefully it works. And of course it looks like it will make like a heartbeat sound. And then this, Bitty Better Kit. This is for the American Girl Bitty Baby. Not sure if all of it is, but this looks like Mattel. But there's a couple of things down in there. Probably still only going to be bread and butter for all of it. It may not be complete. But this is the treasure I found in that bag. Look, this is called the Deluxe Talkboy. It is from the movie Home Alone, either 1 or 2. Haven't tested it yet, and the tape that's in there is not the original. That tape in and of itself makes this the difference of a lot of money. If I had had that tape. There are some that are sold comps working with that tape for over $200. If this works, probably like $80 to $100. But even if it's not working, I saw sold comps of about $50. So definitely one of those ones. If you see something like this, definitely check the comps. But I'm sure this is one of the ones you're going to want to pick up. There's probably others that look similar, so just make sure you're getting the one that says Talkboy on it. And then most of this is just yard sale, yard sale, yard sale. We stopped at what was called an estate sale. It was bonus, right? Where you got this?
Yes.
Yeah, we weren't expecting to go to it, and I didn't find anything there, but Robert found this in there, and you left your card with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she said she had a lot of Batman toys.
Right, so we left our card with her to see if she decides she's going to sell the Batman stuff to give us a call. But I don't even know what this was. I don't see any marks. But anytime I find things that I want to say like Godzilla-like or from that era, you can just tell it's older. Robert said he checked comps on it, and it was what? About...
That's Giganko. Giganko.
Okay.
From Godzilla.
From Godzilla.
And there are listed for 28, 51.
Yeah. We'll have to just see when I get to it. But, it's got a little bit of condition issues. Oh, I see one. I see the tips are broken here. That will be an issue. But, you know, I'm still hoping 15 plus for it. And how much did we pay?
$1.
$1.
It was way back in the back bedroom on a dresser.
Yeah. Yep, and then I grabbed this at a different sale. I paid $2 for it, but it is the Beehive Cake Pan by Nordic Ware. Just, I've done really well in the past with, they're heavy. That's going to be the problem with it. Didn't even check comps on it. You know, I'm hoping 15 plus for it. It's going to need a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, there's still like cake residue inside the bees. And at a different sale, I tell myself, just say no to certain things. And then I see something and I'm like, but I need it. But I need it. And I decided a long time ago to not get any more cake pans, the Wilton cake pans. But look, it was Cabbage Patch, 1984. And I paid $1 each for them. I'm thinking she's going to be like $8 to $10. But I just, I had to. And then this one had all of its papers and instructions. It's one of the 3D cake pans for a train. And again, I'm hoping like $10 or so for it. Robert grabbed this. We've got this somewhere, and we've lost this somewhere. So he was thrilled when he found another one for him and RJ to watch. I remember watching like a little bit of this. It was good. It's just nothing that kept my attention.
I got started on it years ago when, I don't know if I moved and then the DVDs disappeared and I didn't get to finish it. And then RJ and I started watching the movie based on this when we were at Mom and Dad's last time, and he was really enjoying the movie. So I've been looking for this, and Daniel couldn't find it. When I saw this for $1, I had to go ahead and grab it. But I was looking through some other DVs today at a yard sale. We got to the yard sale, and the kids were selling lemonade, 50 cents. And I thought, oh, this is great. Get the lemonade. There was nothing else that interested me. She's looking around. So I'm drinking my lemonade, and
There's
it's
kind of
a scam, too, because they took my $1, but they didn't have any change. So I donated 50 cents. But anyway, so I'm digging through the DVDs, and I pull one out.
I'm standing over his shoulder looking at this point, just seeing what he's looking for.
And then she gave a nice little gasp. And then, so you got the little kids that are like 6, 8 years old, like 5 or 6 feet away. Mm-hmm. And then Grandma says, oh, there's some DVDs in there that the kids shouldn't see. They're buried.
And they're flipped upside down.
Which had a really...
Very...
You said you couldn't unsee what was on...
I can't unsee what was on this DVD back. Because it was flipped around so you couldn't see what it really was about, but just...
Which was less graphic. The front was less graphic.
Yeah, let your imaginations go with it, but... In a yard sale.
So I buried it back in the box. And
we walked away.
And I washed my hands.
He got in the car and washed his hands with sanitizer. You grabbed this. Pokemon.
It was one of those, mom and dad and the teen... No, it was mom and grandma, dad, and the granddaughter. And she's, teenage girl. And she was selling the stuff. And I asked how much. And she said $3. I normally wouldn't have paid $3. But they were making me laugh. And you make me laugh, I'm tend to spend more money. So
yep.
It's probably worth $15.
Yep. And then shoes, y'all. I don't always show them. But look, Clark's, $1. Ooh. Make sure you remove tape. Don't leave stuff in your hot car with tape on it because it will ruin them. But this one's fine. We usually get like $15 or so for them. Crocs for $1 in really good condition. If they were my size, I'd have kept them, but they're not. Probably going to be like $10, $15. And I think these were, Clark's also. Boots, I don't know, $15, $20 usually for them. And then we drove to Johnson City to go to a yard sale that was recommended to us. We bought something there, and I'll share it at the end with you guys because it's hopefully our treasure. But they had bags of these. I looked through some of them, but they were all $5 each. The reason I bought this one, I didn't even check the rest. I found this button here. It says tracks are back, Amtrak, and I saw a sold comp of $15 just for that one. So it's something that I can buy and kind of learn what's really selling in the buttons. And, you know, from this time forward, you know, I'll know which ones sell well, which ones don't. But there's a whole lot of them, and I think it'll be fun just to do a little bit of research on all these different buttons. I stopped at, they were packing up already. We were heading home, and it was another one of those bonus. And I paid $3 for this, $2 for this. Probably should have passed on this. It is Hallmark. It has its paper tag. A gift for baby. I did Google Lens on it. It's probably only going to be like $12 to $15. You would think it would have been more. It's in really nice condition. But yeah, this one actually was the one. And I'm glad I grabbed it. It was $2. It's got a little smudge here, which will easily clean. Baby Gund, rattle. Let's see if I see anything else. $19.91. It's an older tag. And I saw comps, I want to say like 40 plus for it. So that was the winner in that stop. This is I just, in my previous video, showed you a different PJ Sparkles. This is the one I normally find. It was $1. It's got some yellowing. That was my only concern. And if it doesn't work, of course, it was only $1. But again, they're supposed to all light up. I think it's Mattel, 1990s. Yeah, 88. She would have had a pink dress on that was opened right here. I have found the dress a couple of times, like in the bins or with other doll clothes. I wished it had the dress. But I'm still thinking like $20, $25 if she works.
Hold on, before you start. I know y'all geared up to talk about that, but I came across this thing on Facebook earlier. And, you know, in reselling, you kind of gamble on things, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm going to buy this. If it works, I can get, you know, 100. If it doesn't work, I can get 20 and it's going to cost me $5. You know, right. Things like that. You're always kind of, and how long is it going to take to sell? And I'll put this on the screen so people can actually see it. But I'm going to kind of get your take on it. So you're given a free chance. You get the man on the street and they say, we're going to give you the odd, you know, you have a chance to win some money here.
Right.
And you have to spin a little thing. Pick which one of these you want. You have a 99% chance of winning $10,000.
Okay.
That's really good odds, right?
Right.
Or you have a 75% chance of winning $20,000. Odds are going down, but payouts going up. 50% chance of $50,000. 30% chance of $100,000. 15% chance of $500,000. Or a 5% chance of $3 million. Now, mathematically, I know the answer is you're supposed to take the percent times the payout, mm-hmm. right? So 5% of $3 million would be $150,000 payout.
Right.
So if you do that enough times, on average, you're going to get $150,000 after playing this game. However, the odds of actually getting that on your one shot, you only get one shot, are pretty low.
Right.
The odds of getting $10,000 are pretty good, but you could get $15,000 if you take the 75% chance of $20,000. So which one you picking?
I'm picking the easy one. I'm going for the 10,000.
You're gonna take a pretty good shot of $10,000. That's probably what I would do too, and it's probably got to do with where you are in life, mm-hmm. how much money, wealth you have, because you know the wealthier you are, the bigger chance I guess you could take on this. But $10,000, it would do a lot of good for us because we could build an extra shed. Mm-hmm. We could add another 20 grand to that and build a really nice eBay building out back.
Right. Yep.
So I'd probably be right there with you on that one. Although, if I was loaded with cash, I'd pick the big one. But mm-hmm. So that's the question for y'all. Which option would you pick? if I remember, they'll be on the screen for you to choose from.
All right, and then we were standing in line at an estate sale, and I'm flipping through Facebook, and I see another estate sale that has tons of toys pictured, but it's an hour drive away, and we decided to do it. We went to this first estate sale, then we got in the truck and we drove the hour, and some of the nice toys were already gone, but I did find a few. But in those pictures, and I'm wondering if Sam saw them, there were G.I. Joe stuff, including that big Terradrome that I picked up for $40 and pieced out for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So let me know, Sam, if you watch this, but I am going to ask you. But I ended up buying a few things. Most of their plush were $5, but she did end up giving me a little bit of a discount when we got out to pay. But the thing I learned, this was a new company we've never dealt with before, and hardly anything was priced. Hardly anything had signs to tell you what it was priced. And when I asked for one particular thing, the guy who's running the estate sale pulled up eBay and then gave me a quote based on eBay. So probably not a company I'm going to go back to very much. But I grabbed a few things. This is Dakin. Pretty sure they're called frou-frous. Definitely dirty. I want to say they're $20, $25 once I get it cleaned up. Yeah, I loved this. Y'all, look. It's Pookie from Garfield. Don't find him very often. His tag's been cut, but I'm pretty sure he's either Russ or Dakin. You know, I'm hoping $15, $20 for him. I didn't pay $5 for him. Pretty sure I've not seen this doll before. It is Strawberry Shortcake. I think her name's Apricot is the yellow one, I think. So I'm forgetting what her name is. Let's see if it's on the tag. It is, oh, it is Apricot. I was right, but I thought I was wrong. Kenner, probably like $15, $20. Again, I've got to get her cleaned up. I just had to save them, y'all. They were just, yeah, they needed me. They needed me. Look at this. Guess who? This is Smokey the dog, the mascot for the University of Tennessee. It says Prime Source Marketing, 1986. I'm thinking 40 or more for it. I don't think very often. I've not ever seen it with this little thing on it. It says Conference Champs, 1985. That was a nice find there.
This is a good time to be posting this because they just won the College World Series championship. So now this is probably football or basketball with the conference championships from 85. But people like to have Smokey anyway.
Robert grabbed 2 of these. The clothes were...
They charged me $1 each.
$1 each. Vintage. This one says large, made in the USA. But it has this, and Robert said that it is a sorority. Fraternity. And we have 2 of these. Somebody who's been in it or is in it might, you know, find this a good thing to be wearing these days.
There were other things in the house that made me know that this was the fraternity and not just the islands.
Right. And this was another one of Robert's finds there. What does it say?
I don't remember.
Angelica.
Yeah.
Angelica. Weird. Makes me think of like a popcorn machine man. What were they called? Like, oh no, a barbershop quartet.
Yes.
That's it. Very intriguing. Did you look anything up on it?
I want to say comps were 35 or 40 on that.
Yeah. Crazy.
It was in very nice condition.
Man, I grabbed. Look at this. Now I'm going to run it through the wash. Hopefully it ain't going to hurt it because it's got some dirtiness. But look, Popples, and they have their little puffball tails on the bag. I think all of this, I want to say she only gave this like a couple of dollars. And I had put some of this stuff in it. This is Cabbage Patch Kids
But
Airways.
But you told her that stuff was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
I showed her all of this stuff.
I didn't want somebody to think you were like hiding that in there.
No. Usually this would have came with like you went to Scotland and you got a t-shirt for your Build-A-Bear and some other stuff. None of that was in here.
For your Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, for your Cabbage Patch. What did I say?
Build-A-Bear.
Cabbage Patch. But look, I got a birth certificate. These are usually not very much, like $5 to $8. It had some socks in there, which you don't find that very often. This was just in a pile of doll clothes, but it also is vintage Cabbage Patch. I'll probably just put all of this together in a lot. And doesn't this have like Lisa Frank vibes to you? It's not marked. I saw some listed and they were saying still Cabbage Patch doll size. But I thought that really looked Lisa Frank. I was hoping I could find an LF or something on there somewhere. But I want to say this was like $10 by itself. Had to find one of the Rodney reindeer plush, easy $15 to $20. And y'all, I've never had this one before. This is the original, and look how nasty dirty it is, sorry. It's for my wall, but it is the original Woodsies with Fisher Price. Look, I just realized here's the tag. It's tucked inside an arm. But yeah, I'm not going to try to even clean it up. But there's the little tag from 1979. But again, for the wall.
We were discussing this today as to whether or not we were going to have enough time to get haul videos recorded before I leave to go see Mom, and to have plenty of stuff to work on while we were gone. That way, we had haul videos recorded on it. And you said, well, skip the haul videos, or maybe I'll do a haul video without you. And we decided when we were discussing this that the reason you shouldn't do the video yourself is that you will say crazy things wrong, like call the Cabbage Patch a Build-A-Bear, and just let it go.
Yep.
Not that I catch everything, but at least there's a chance.
Yeah. All right. One more thing. And of course, again, consternation is, do I keep it for myself? We stopped at a thrift store on our way after we left this estate sale in Bristol, Tennessee. It's called Amvets, American Veterans. And I found something. But do I keep it? I'll show you all three things I bought there. But right here's my treasure. Look. This is a Fisher Price Puffalump. It's from the Barnyard series. 1997. I want to say their prices are ridiculously cheap. Like 79 cents, 59 cents, 49 cents. So I picked this one up. I like this it's the eyes, y'all. The eyes. I love them. See, look, 79 cents. It has this little zipper thing, but I think all it was for is the stuffing is in there. Not sure who made it. I'll probably list it for about $20 or $25. And then this. Look, 79 cents. They had to make double sure. It is Dandy Imports. You know, it's the pastel. It's got the color. I sold something similar, but with some more color blocking on Mercari, right? For $50, $60, $70. Not sure about this one, but I'm hoping for at least $30 for him. But I just loved it. And 79 cents. But they just don't have a whole lot of toys there at all. So that's disappointing. And it's over an hour drive away. But for a thrift store, the prices have remained really reasonable. All right, last two things. This was from the place where I bought the buttons. We were getting ready to check out, and these caught Robert's attention. $5. You can just tell they're, well, it says Super Dielectric Service Rubber Company. You can tell this has something to do with people who work with electricity. It was $5 for this. What did you see for comps?
80 to 100.
80 to 100. And we found another one.
They're a different brand.
Yeah, they're a different
But when
brand.
I looked up the brand in your left hand, I was seeing stuff from the brand in your right hand.
Yep.
The shoes in your right hand actually have something in them.
Oh, here. Mouse's ear.
I saw that earlier and thought I'd point it out to you, especially after the...
Oh, look. And they've got their private membership number is in their shoe.
Now, the Mouse's Ear is or was a local gentleman's club.
Gentleman's club. Man, we're on a roll with that topic today, aren't we?
I guess so.
All right, but here's the treasure, and it also is causing me conflict because y'all know I listed a pair of Nike shoes that I got that didn't pass authentication. So I'm a little leery about that whole program now, and I have a feeling I've got another pair of shoes I haven't done anything with because it's saying it's going to have to go into the authentication program. So I'm going to have to try to find one of those programs that you can, I guess, do a snapshot, send it off, and see what they say about these two pairs of shoes that I have right now. And then we bought this.
Wait, it's on her list to do because I've encouraged her multiple times that since you're paying the big fee for the concierge service,
yes,
she's going to call
eBay
them and say, tell me why my shoes, instead of just no, because we've heard of people finding out that they got rejected because the box was in worse condition or wrong or something. So we want to find out the why. And what if we send in another pair that gets denied? Is that a strike against our account? Are we risking getting our account closed down? Mm-hmm. So if we can get that worked out, then I would be happy to send them in as long as we're not risking our account.
Right. But we got these. See that symbol? These are Fry boots. Here's the tag. For those of you who know, there's the tag. We paid up. We paid $50 for them. You know, they've got some wear on the bottom. But when Robert ran Google Lens, and we're still trying to figure out what, I ran all of the codes inside here, and I can't still, there's like 2 different names that keep coming up for this style. But they were showing what? Like new.
Well, I saw a used pair through Google Lens that from this company that looked very similar. I didn't go into the listing because while I was researching it there, mm-hmm. Somebody had something very similar or identical listed for over $600.
Yeah.
But there were others that were similar that were $200. So we need to get really detailed as to which exact style these are.
Right.
And it seemed like the sell-through when I looked was pretty good.
Yep. So if you know anything about Fry boots, let us know what your thoughts are on these. They are used. So, do we 200 too low, or I don't know. I'll do some more research. I'm going to try to, I've tried Google Lens and I've tried putting some of these codes in, but they are a size 7.5, which I guess maybe that means they're a women's. But just something else. Took a risk because believe me, my frugality is like, that's too much for stuff. But, we don't sell things high dollar very often, over $500. That's very, very seldom. So
I want to comment not again, but we talked about it in our Discord, not the other night, but mm-hmm. like the previous month. It was a pair of jeans. It was Wrangler jeans, but it's the kind that had the leather patch. Mm-hmm. I think it was a leather patch. The patch on the back, not the little paper tag. And the day I looked them up, there's a sell-through rate and all that. The way I kind of judge things, if I look something up and there's 100 listed, mm-hmm. there's 100 sold and 300 listed, I call that a 3-to-1. Now you might look at that and go, well, that's a 25% sell-through rate. I don't want to do all that math in my head. I just look at what's the multiple of what's listed to what's sold. To me, that's a 3-to-1. The lower that number is, the better.
Right.
And if you get a fraction, like 2.5, that's even better because there's more sold than listed. When I looked up, it might have been those jeans, it might have been something else, but I looked up something one day, and it was like there were like 2,500 listed and 1,000 sold, so like a 2.5 to 1. The very next day, I looked it up to talk about it on our Discord, and it changed to like 7,000 listed and 2,000 sold, or no, maybe 1,500, but it was like a 5 to 1. I mean, in 1 day difference, it went from like 2.5 to 1 to 5 to 1, which, and why, how surely there weren't that many changes in listings in 1 day on something, on something like a pair of Wrangler jeans, because I think that's what it was. So if you don't beat yourself up or get too angry at your husband, if you look at the sell-through rate and it's very different than what they thought it was or what you thought it was yesterday.
Well, yep.
Anyway, I'll shut up now. Let's get out of here and go eat something.
Yep. Get to work, y'all. Bye.